What's going on, everybody? It is a beautiful Wednesday morning. I'm still at the house here, just getting everything kind of ready for the day, getting the kids ready for where they need to go. Today I wanted to kind of dive in a little bit about just things I got to get ready for this week. This Friday is a very busy day. I actually double booked myself accidentally, but as far as the church goes, we are hosting a simulcast for our Right Now Media Work as Worship. Right Now Media is an internet, web-based kind of resource for churches. It's got lessons and series lessons and just all kinds of different resources, stuff like that we use at our church. And so they're hosting a workers worship, got speakers and different things like that. So we're hosting it at our church, and then that's pretty much all day. And then also I had the opportunity to live stream a volleyball game for our local high school. My wife's a teacher there, so that's kind of how I was able to kind of say, hey, well, if you need that, I have the stuff to do it. So it's just an awesome opportunity to be able to serve our community and to serve our local high school. I'm also the high school football team chaplain, so just awesome to be able to do that. So this is the life and ministry, and we're gonna dive into a little bit of what I gotta get ready today and just kind of double check the equipment and make sure everything's packed up so I'm ready to go for Friday. So here we go, let's dive in.
Okay, buddy, he's doing something.
I've been no more than you.
All right, guys, so I got my little makeshift set up here. This is kind of a difficult thing to try to figure out exactly, what you need, because you gotta know where you're gonna be at, what's available to you. I know a little bit about the high school and probably just kind of assuming how it's gonna be, and then my wife has tried to fill me in on some of the details that the students are planning and trying to tell her. So, try to take as much information as I can to try to figure out what is needed to take with me as far as equipment wise to make this happen. So obviously it's going to be in the gym. From what I understand, it's going to be kind of like, one game at a time type of thing. And I believe they're going to put me higher up on the bleachers with a little table so I can be next to the camera. Now I'm thinking multiple different things to be able to be ready for. So meaning that if I had to be further away from the camera, luckily with the type of camera that I have the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera, the 4K one, which works beautifully well with the ATEM Mini. So I can control the camera basically from the software. So, if I have to go over distance, I can. I have this works best, really it only works with the HDMI cable attached to it where you can control it from the software. But I also have several, I think about 50 feet of SDI cable with the Blackmagic conversions to go back and forth from SDI to HDMI if I have to stretch the camera further away from myself. Now, I'm gonna try to avoid that because from what I hear, there are going to be students in the bleachers. So I don't really want to leave my camera, by itself up by a lot of students. So if it's up next to me, that's fine. A lot easier to work with. Of course, I don't need that long of HDMI cable. I have a 25-foot HDMI cable if I need it, but right now I'm currently using a 10-foot one kind of plugged into the camera, of course, directly into the switcher. So if the camera's up next to me, it's gonna be easy. And I'm also supplying some audio, some music in between games. So I have a separate laptop hooked to a powered speaker that I'm bringing to. And I'm doing that separately because my other computer is already doing the software for the camera, which is really phenomenal. I can control a lot with it. as well as anything else like audio and other stuff, media stuff, which I'm not going to need for this type of event. And so I'm controlling that, and I'm going to be streaming on Facebook, which the switcher, does wonderfully, connecting to Facebook as a kind of a webcam type thing, identifying it. So it'll be awesome. All you really have to do with that is just do a clean feed, which I have the function button there to do a clean feed through Facebook. So with that being all on one computer, I want to keep the music kind of separate. That way I'm not nothing crazy happens or goes wrong with the live stream. And if there's a lot of things that are unknown to me as far as and this is just me. I like to be prepared. You kind of know what you're going into, knowing what to bring, so you don't have to makeshift stuff or scramble or just be like, well, we can't do that then. So I'm not sure about the power that I'm getting. So I'm bringing some extension cords and power strips and things of that nature because I want to keep everything plugged in as much as possible. I'm actually running the camera off of a V-mount battery right now, but that's not my goal. My plan is to power it with the adapter, but I am going to have this V-mount battery charged and ready to go in case I need to go off battery. But I'm going to try to power everything, keep my laptops powered up, keep, of course, the switcher. I also have a monitor here that I plugged into the output of the switcher in order just to, mainly so I have one solid feed of what the camera's seeing. Good view. I don't have to look at the computer. I don't have to look at the Facebook stream to kind of see. That's just to kind of check, make sure the health of it is. But this is going to be the monitor that I can really look at to make sure everything is in focus and in frame and things like that. And I'm going with a few other options here, but right now I currently have the Sigma 18 to 35 on there. We'll see what the distance is and how it looks. I should be fairly okay with it. It's the best lens that I've got in my small collection that I'm building on, but I do have a couple other lenses that I'm going to take just in case if I would need to use them and swap them out. Now the downside of this is the other two lenses that I have are the Micro Four Thirds that fit directly on to the Blackmagic, the Pocket. But to get this Sigma on here, I have a Viltrox speed booster, so it steps that up a little bit, so I'll have to take all that off if I need to switch lenses. But I'm fairly confident that what I have on there will do the job. Now, a couple other things that I may or may not take. I don't plan to take it this time, although I would like to be able to test it out. I recently got these, but I haven't had a chance to fully test them out yet, which is probably not a good idea to go to a live streaming event to test the equipment out. But I do have wireless HDMI transmitter receiver. It's the Hollyland Mars, the 400S. I'm new to all this stuff, so gear isn't, I'm not trying to, you can really get trapped in the gear is king type of mentality, I know that, but I really wanted to get a good solid wireless system in case I need something like that for church functions or different things of that nature. We've used a little bit of that already here for some stuff, and we actually rented the equipment, which was a lot better than this, obviously, but for me, starting out, personally, I am trying to find something that is a little bit affordable, but still solid quality. So if I needed to, I could take this with me. If I don't need to, if I gotta go farther away or whatnot, but more than likely I'm gonna try to resist taking this and just focus on having my camera wired directly to it. So that's what's awesome about opportunities like this in ministry, is to be able to offer a lot of different things for the local high school. I've been able to do a lot of things for them in the years past. Chaplaincy football team, which I'd like to be able to do that more for maybe other sports. But I've even had the opportunity to provide some audio stuff for different events, dances, and just activities they've had during the day. So it's really neat to be able to kind of offer this as another way to kind of get plugged in, get that connection, get that networking with the local high school, to be able to minister. I mean, this is a way to minister, a way to connect, a way to develop relationships with people. And you know, the students, you know, look at this and may think it's kind of neat, kind of cool, but you know, also it'll open the door to more conversation, to get to know them and things like that nature. So it's just fun to be able to do this and to know that there are students that kind of are planning this event and knowing that they're trying to get with me with information and different things like that, then I'm working with them and they can think, oh, okay, well, let's bring ATEM in next time, you know, or who's that guy that did that for that dance or that volleyball thing, whatever, you know, let's call him up, you know. And of course, I don't do any of this for money or anything of that nature. For me, it's just experience and be able to do it. And then also it's a way to witness. It's a way to, you know, be able to impact, you know, my community for something positive. So there it is. There's kind of like what I'm working on here. I'm just kind of going through all the checks, making sure everything works out. And, you know, I'm trying to make sure I'm only taking the things necessary to make this happen. Keep everything really condensed and keep all the gear to a minimum. I tend to overpack a lot. And you know, that just, I know that comes with me. It's my personality. And it also comes with just getting more experience. The more and more you do something, the more and more you know, well, I don't really ever need this, so why do I keep taking it or bringing it or whatever? So there it is. So I'm gonna get back to working on this stuff, making sure everything's up to working, getting all my audio stuff ready for playing the music and whatnot, and then just checking all this video stuff. There you go. So thank you guys so much for tuning into this ministry hack and to, you know, looking into life and ministry and utilizing just different things, a way to impact the world around you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you caught some up on some of the vlogs, you know that there's a challenge out there for this month. I did not put the challenge on, but I will stick to what is being said of reaching out to get those subscriptions up to 30 by the end of this month. I'm not gonna go into details because I want you to be able to watch the video, catch that. It's entertaining. My buddy Ryan is the one who implemented that, and thankfully he drug himself into that challenge as well. So there you have it. Like this video if it's helpful at all, in a way of effectively ministering to your culture and to your area. And hey, make some comments if you have some suggestions or things that you do to help impact your ministry in the community around you. So that's it. I'm gonna get back to work and we'll see you in the next video.